Okay, so you went to Bronx High School.
Bronx High School of Science.
Aha.
The Bronx High School of Science. The prestigious Bronx High School of Science. You know about all the famous people that went to the Bronx High School of Science?
Let me hear about it.
You know Jon Cryer went to the Bronx High School of Science?
Okay.
Jon Cryer.
Yeah.
He was a couple years ahead of me, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. And lots of Nobel Peace Prize winners and the Secretaries of Defense and kid from Kid and Play.
So you were like a really studious kid. You're a nerdy kid.
And I was.
Yeah.
I was up until I discovered hip hop.
It all went downhill from there.
I think it went uphill. I beg to differ. I think
downhill in terms of Bronx Science High School.
Oh, totally Bronx. I barely got out. I had to do summer school like my last 2 years. You know, we had the answers. You know, people always think like at a school like Bronx High School of Science, which is very prestigious, you know, to this day. But you know, some of the kids that were there, I mean, they were rich white kids. And every year we had the answers to the regents, you know what I mean? Like they were scandalous, you know? So I think a lot of us were smart, but some of us were smart and lazy. But like I said, to me, like like my sophomore year was when I really got into hip hop, and, you know, doing my best in high school took a back seat. But then that was tough too, because my father he was tough, you know Jamaicans all education,
right?
In a nation,
right? He didn't come all the way here from Jamaica for you to be a rapper.
Yeah, I didn't swim all the way here.
Swim all the way.
That's what he used to tell me. He said, I didn't swim all the way to this country to be acting like a fool. Your hair look crazy.
Okay, so you were in a crew called the Turnout Brothers,
right? Local crew in Queens, New York.
Mm-hmm. And you were a rapper back then?
Yeah, I was a rapper. We had it was these local crews. You know, a lot of neighborhoods had them, and this was a neighborhood that Play and I grew up in. He was in a different group. He was in a group called the Super Lovers, and I was in another group called the Turnout Brothers. And you know, it was like, you know, friendly, competitive type stuff. You would make up routines and, you know, sing and rap in my basement in our house, and you know, we had a lot of fun being creative. You know, we had no clue or think that it could go beyond our neighborhoods. And that's what we would do. We did neighborhood shows, block parties, Sweet 16s, you know, Flushing High School, you know, this and that. And that was it. You know, you had to be, you know, we were hood famous.
Right. And you guys formed a group called the Fresh Force Crew?
That's Play and I's first group.
Yeah.
See, now, both our individual groups kind of disintegrated. You know, everybody could start doing their own thing and or getting discouraged and whatever. And me and Play, even though we were in different groups, we would hang out all the time. And so we were just like, well, you know, me and you should do something. We hang out every freaking day. Let's do something. And that was the first iteration of Kid and Play. We called ourselves Fresh Force.
Okay, now
we were very, very whack.
Well, you were the school kid,
right?
But Play was the stick-up kid.
Yeah, he was a stick-up kid. He was a ne'er-do-well. He was. I think he ended up going to like 5 different high schools. Like he went to every high school in our zone, and then finally ended up getting his GED. But yeah, we were kind of, when we first met and started kicking it, we were kind of like polar opposites. I was really nerdy. I had a big afro and thick glasses. You know what I mean? I was
afro first.
I had a huge afro, and I had the Coke bottle glasses because, you know, my family is blind as bats, and then Play was like the real smooth, suave, you know, all fresh clothes, all kind of stuff.
The rayon.
He had everything. He had the Lee jeans with the permanent crease. And he was an artist too. He could draw really well. Nice. And he would, with the bell-bottom joints, they had a lot of room, so he would put these designs on the bell-bottom. He did that for himself and for people in the neighborhood. Like, he was fly. Before I met him, I used to see him at the park jams. I'd be like, yo, that dude looks cool, man. Like they whole crew, him, Herbie Lovebug, all those guys. This is before I got in with them, you know what I mean? I was just kind of checking them out. And, you know, we kind of discovered each other.